Gambling. It's a lot of fun, isn't it? Right? There's a thrill of gambling. There's always the endorphins that come from it, right? You go to a casino, you go to a roulette table, you slap down $1,800 on black and you let it ride. And all things considered, when it comes to going to the casino, your best chance at winning is through a roulette table. It has the best odds. It really, really, really does. But it doesn't matter where you gamble at a casino. It's still the same endorphin. And that's how they get you. That's what they do. Same thing comes with just regular gambling outside of casinos too. And that kind of brings me to this particular story where a U.S. man is accused of faking his own kidnapping in order to avoid a Super Bowl bet. Yeah. Right? You know, gambling's illegal outside of certain venues in certain areas in this country. People still do it, right? How are the police, the government going to catch you? How are they going to know what you're doing in the privacy of your own home? They're not listening in like propaganda in North Korea, right? This isn't 1984 Big Brother. They're not going to be able to actually track you down and know that you placed a bet, but they will be able to catch you if you try to squeal out of it and you end up faking your own kidnapping. Robert Brandel, 60 years old, was found tied up in his truck near Buffalo in New York State on Wednesday. He told officers that he'd been abducted by 2 armed men 2 days earlier, but police were suspicious that he appeared to be clean-shaven and calm. Look, here's the thing. The devil is always in the details. It's always in the details. If you don't have at least a 5 o'clock shadow because you have shaved that day when the cops found you tied up in your truck and you look like you're just chill, like, hey, what's going on, guys? Listen, you mind just cutting this rope? It's a little bit tight. I tied him a little time. I mean, the two men, the two guys who stole my shit, they did it. Yeah. Now, officials now believe he was trying to get out of paying a $50,000 bet that he owes following an online group bet. Dude racked up 50 grand in bad bets off the Super Bowl, and he's trying to get out of paying it off. Listen, we're 2 full months into the year. I already nominate this guy for the stupidest criminal award. Like, as far as the top 10 dumb criminals of 2008 or 19, what is he, 19? Of 2019 is going to be this dude, Robert Brandel, number one pick. I could bet you guys other lists are going to do it as well. Not up to 50 grand. I don't have that kind of cash on me just yet, but give it a little bit of time. Now he faces charges of fraud and filing a false police report. According to his version of events, he went to pick up the 2 men in his truck on Monday because they were involved in a Super Bowl squares bet with him, an online bet that sees participants enter possible scores into a grid. Mr. Brandel said the men threatened him with a gun, stole $1,600 in cash, and forced him to drive them around the western part of New York State for 2 days before tying him up and leaving him in a car park. That just seems weird. They're going to rob you for $16K. Okay, fine. Then they're going to drive you around the state for a couple days. Okay, fine. Then they're just going to leave you tied up in a car park. Now listen, you better have a pine cone in your ass or something here is fishy. Now, quite frankly, this particular guy, clean shaven and calm, that's the fishy bit. So, the New York State Police soon became dubious about his account, saying further investigation and interviews revealed that this elaborate story was fabricated. They added that Mr. Brandel had made up some of the names in his Super Bowl square in an attempt to take home most of the winnings himself, but instead he had fallen short. So this dude was attempting to rip people off and ended up getting karma just served right away. And then to go, oh damn, I gotta get out of this. I gotta claim I was robbed for $16K. I don't know what would be the point of that though. I don't think he's going to be able to like squelch on the bet. I don't think he's going to be able to get the debt forgiven because he was robbed. Like, they're not going to care. They're like, okay, that sucks for you, sir. Where's the money, Lebowski? No. I was robbed. Don't you see? 2 men, two men with a gun. Took me over 2 days. I was robbed. I don't got the money. Where's the money, Lebowski? Like, they're going to pull that shit on him. He's going to end up, getting two broken legs. Now, Officer James O'Callahan, told local station that they had become suspicious because Brandel was clean-shaven, around his beard, and calm when they found him, despite apparently being the 3rd day of his abduction. A normal person that's been abducted has gone through something like that. Their heart rate would be very high. They're worried, depressed, lots of emotions that would be bubbling up. He is due to be in court later on this month. So the dude owed $50K. And then they couldn't pay it because he tried cheating the system. So he goes and he fakes a kidnapping, and then he gets caught. Again, dumbest criminal award here, man. Like, how do you function on that level of just, right? How do you function on that level? I don't get it. Personally, I don't understand it. I mean, I don't know. What would you do? What would you do? What would you do if you were in a situation where you owed $50K? How do you think you would get out of paying it? Best case scenario. Not involving violence or murder, obviously, but just how would you get away? I'm curious to know. I mean, if it were me, I would very much shave this off, buzz this down, look like a totally different person. I'd go get a tan and then I'd just flee to Mexico. When I lived in Southern California and I'd get a tan, people spoke Spanish to me all the time because they think that I am Hispanic. I had a guy the other day start speaking Spanish to me, and because he thought I looked like his friend from North Carolina. And I was all like, no, man, I'm not from North Carolina. I don't speak Spanish. I only speak English. And he goes, oh, I thought you were Mexican. I'm all like, no, I'm from Canada. And he's like, oh. And then he just laughed and he walked away. I'm like, all right, there we go on that one. But yeah, what would you guys do in order to get around this particular situation? How would you escape this bet? Comments below. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this clip from Whatever. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, subscribe. You can even submit your own stories to peskyadblock@gmail.com or call the voicemail line. If you want to help support the channel financially, you can always join the channel, become a member today, or go to patreon.com/mundanemat. Thank you guys again so much. Have yourself a great day and peace out.